Pre-market. Trade alert. S-D-O-T. Pre-market. Trade alert. A-L-M-R. Pre-market. Trade alert. P-L-A-G. PreMarket. Trade alert. P-L-A-G. PreMarket. Trade alert. B-I-D-D. PreMarket. Trade alert. N-R-C. PreMarket. Trade alert. P-P-H-C. PreMarket. Trade alert. F-P-E. PreMarket. Trade alert. P-L-A-G. PreMarket. Trade alert. S-G-L-Y. PreMarket. Trade alert. E-J-H. PreMarket. Trade alert. T, T, E, Q. PreMarket. Trade alert. M, G, R, X. PreMarket. Trade alert. P, L, A, G. PreMarket. Trade alert. RETO. PreMarket. Trade alert. SUGP. PreMarket. Trade alert. PMI. PreMarket. Trade alert. SUGP. Pre-market. Trade alert. T, D, T, T. Breakout. Trade alert. S, D, O, T. Pre-market. Trade alert. EVI. Pre-market. Trade alert. SUGP. Pre-market. Trade alert. VMAR. PreMarket. Trade alert. P, D, D, L. PreMarket. Trade alert. K, P, D, D. PreMarket. Trade alert. P, D, D. PreMarket. Trade alert. S, U, G, P. PreMarket. Trade alert. SDOT. PreMarket. Trade alert. VMAR. PreMarket. Trade alert. GAUZ. PreMarket. Trade alert. MDXH. PreMarket. Trade alert. INEO. PreMarket. Trade alert. SUPX. PreMarket. Trade alert. CDTG. PreMarket. Trade alert. HOWL.
Good morning, traders, new members, and YouTubers. God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And each morning we wait for stocks to pop up in these scans. And when one of them pops up, I'll put it on the chart. And the first thing we want to look for is this current bar volume right here. This is the volume in the very last candle. We want this label to be green, and the number that's on this label, we want it flowing very fast. The faster these numbers are moving, the safer it is for us to get in and get out of a trade. Step 2 is this money flow indicator. At the time that this label is green and the numbers are flowing fast, we want this green line above the yellow line and pointing is due north as far as possible along with this yellow line. Green line above the yellow, of course. And down here in the My Blessing indicator, this is a MACD based indicator, but a very special one. At the same time the money flow is going up, this indicator should also be going up above this white line and pointing as far north as possible. And down here, this is my version of volume. The taller these bars, the higher the volume. We don't need to know the number. We just need to know that the volume is increasing. So we want one green bar higher than the previous green bar. This green bar represents buyers. The red part of the bar represents sellers. And this yellow line represents average buying. So if we have green above this yellow line, that's more than average. And the final step are these two labels up here. They need to be green, and the percentages need to be above 80%, preferably 85, 90, 95, and 100. It sounds like a lot to do, but once a stock pops in, you will see that all these indicators, if it's a good one, are already green and pointing north, and you're simply waiting on these percentages to get high enough up here to get into the trade. Also, I am not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators. This is for educational purposes only. I do build indicators and scanners for everyone, and it is up to you to find the right financial license provider before you use any of them. Also, if you are new here, don't spend your money trying to learn this system. Participate in these live streams many times. Maybe try it on paper. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results on paper. And if you continue to be profitable on paper, then change over to real money, but trade small share size. Anywhere between 1 and 10 shares should get you started. And if you continue to be profitable with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Over in your active trader, make sure your TIF and Thinkorswim is on EXT so you don't miss a trade. And thank you, everyone, for all the birthday wishes. I've never said thank you so many times in my life, but I want to stay ahead of it this morning, and thanks to everyone. So if you tell me happy birthday, I may not respond, and I may respond. It all depends on if I see it or not. But thanks for everything. We have about a minute and a half to go before the market opens. DXST, I see, is in the scan. And it's already flying, but most Thinkorswim traders cannot trade till 6 a.m. Central Time or 7 Eastern Time. This one's already pointing north, the XST. You can see all the indicators. As I mentioned earlier, the label's green, the numbers are flying, the indicators are pointing north. We need these percentages to be up here above 80, 85, 90, 95, and 100 so that the price will push higher. There's the percentages up there above 80 with the price pushing higher. That was a good example of how fast things can happen. So be on your toes, be ready at all times to click the buy button. I may pull up a stock that's already going, and if you're in there quick enough, you can make a decent profit. About 5 seconds and our market opens. Don't jump into this stock. It may just come right back down once our market bell rings. Well, the bell won't ring, but you know what I mean. Here it comes down a little bit from profit taking. They're waiting on our market to open so they can bail, right? They expect you to get in so they can get out. Pulling down slightly. You can see the money flow is red. Dominator bar is red. These are all sellers. But we know what they do. We are ahead of the game. They'll run one up just before our market opens. We get in and they all bail. We can prevent that from happening. I'm watching the volume flow here. It looks to be continuous. Maybe they're not done with it. So if we break this level here at 370, I got the wrong line up there. Fix that real quick. If we break this line here, it might be safe to get in at 370. Until then, we don't make an entry. Watching money flow. If money flow breaks this yellow line and they start running and this indicator turns back green and we start getting green buyer bars in here, then that's when you want to decide if you want in or not. If you're new here, you won't find these indicators in Thinkorswim. Everything up here on the screen is custom. Trying to break that 370 now. We may push up higher here. Let's see if we have enough buyers to do it. First, these indicators need to all be pointing north. It's not just because of candles above the line. We need to know that everything is leaning towards the upside. And so far, it is not. Few more buyers attempting to push it above 370. You can see more buyers coming in. This bar is taller than the previous. Just not enough of them to get it going.
Pre-market. Trade alert. ZJK.
Watching ZJK, it disappeared over here on the scan. I'm not going to worry about it at this time. We're waiting for green labeled stocks, not the black labeled ones up here. You can check them, but we're not going to probably play them unless they turn green. DXST still having trouble going above that 370. All is quiet for the moment.
Pre-market. Trade alert. SDOT.
SDOT needs to break that 2084. And they are trying. Here we go. 2145, 2149. The indicators are pointing north. The buyer percentages are above 80, and we are flying 21.80. They may be a little profit taking here.
PreMarket. Trade alert.
Still holding, still holding.
H.
One more push. Come on. We can get one more out of it, I hope. Looks like it's going to sell off. Got money flow coming out of it. Not enough buyers here to keep it rolling. It hasn't sold off. There must have been some profit takers, just took their profit on this spike to the upside. You can see the buyers pushing it higher now, 21.99, 22. We're going to probably come up here to this level, which is 22.50. That's probably what they're shooting for. And there we go, right on up there to 22.39 so far. Some profit takers coming in. Don't fear the profit takers. The ones you want to fear is the pump and dumpers. This one's not a pump and dump. Still trying to establish a trend, in my opinion. If that's possible in pre-market, I doubt it, because everybody is in here just buying and selling. Nobody holding in pre-market. Holding the level. This is good. We may come back up here to 22.50 again to retest it. There's that retest that I'm speaking of. And it failed. It's probably going to come down. They're holding it up. They're not quitting yet. Watching the indicators down here, they're kind of flat, but they're not red. Maybe we can break this 22.50 and go for another level. 22.74 on the high, but we're still having trouble with 22.50. Hopefully we can stay above it here. Need a tall bar right here to push this price higher. Down at the very bottom indicator down there, we need more volume coming in. That's what we lack is buyer volume. You can see this bar taller than the previous. There's more buyers coming in than normal. Still can't get above this 22.50. Still struggling. 22.75. Can it hold and keep going? I say since it's struggling so hard, if you're in profit, you should take it. Starting to come down now. This time we are staying above 22.50. There may be more to come. Waiting to see if the buyers step in right here and push higher. Watching these percentages up here for green. Still playing around with 22.50. Looks like we're going to drop down below it. Not enough buyer support. So if you got out earlier, as I suggested, you should have been in profit. SDOT holding around the 2230 to
PreMarket.
2250
Trade
range.
FLZH.
FLZH is a 29-cent stock. I think I'd rather watch this one to see if it breaks out for nickels and dimes or quarters or dollars instead of pennies. SDOT trying to push higher, 22.96. We have another level up here. We've played
Trade
this stock
alert.
before.
J.
Could
U,
push on
N,
up to
S.
23.60. You know the rules. If it don't sell off, continue watching, because this is what happens when you turn your head and look the other way. A nice push up here to about 23.50.
PreMarket. Trade alert. V. N.
Nice
R,
trade
X.
D-man, and
PreMarket.
nice trade
Trade
carry,
alert.
and nice trade
S, G, L,
U4.
Y.
Still looking north, testing that level at 23.60.
PreMarket. Trade alert.
Need this indicator to turn back green. We need to keep the trend going in the proper direction. The trend is kind of breaking down a little. Another green bar, taller than the previous. They're trying to push higher. 23.69, 23.70. We need a stronger push than that, though. So we're getting weak up here at the top side. Red on the bar, red on the money flow, red on the MACD indicator. My blessing. We can see the weakness coming in. Percentages are way low.
PreMarket. Trade alert.
But we have not sold off. VNRX seems to be moving a little, but it disappeared. I'm going to continue to stay here where the money is better. If you see something over here you're interested in, then go for it. VNRX, 48 cents. I'm watching the price here. It's not moving. While we wait on SDOT to see if we're going to break 23.60 and possibly push up higher, maybe 24. Buyers coming in slowly. Still need this indicator to flip to green. So we still have weakness. We could come back down to 23.60.
PreMarket.
24.02 currently.
VNRX.
Not too much volatility to this one. A few people coming in to push it up and a few taking profit. 24.20 now. If you haven't made money on this stock, you're still asleep. 24.20. $24.31. Going to play out soon. They don't run forever. 24.48 on the high. This indicator's been telling us, hey, it's weak. It's not like it used to be. So be aware of that. Because any moment now, everybody could start selling. Losing volume. You can see the number here stalling. We're running out of participants. Hopefully you're out and lock some in. Good way to start a Monday. Nice price range around the $12, $13 range. Love playing in that area. YouTubers, I don't control what YouTube is showing. I am streaming with their highest setting. Anybody else can confirm that it's a candle
PreMarket.
behind? I've never
Trade
heard that
alert.
one before.
SNGX.
Here's the clock down here, YouTubers. Compare it to your clock. Are they pretty close to the same? Usually it's within a few seconds. Best way to avoid these delays in YouTube is to become a member, and I don't have to try to figure out what's YouTube's problem.
PreMarket. Trade alert. AVAT.
SDOT seems to be over to me. AVAT. 50-cent stock looking north. Does not have enough volume to buy this stock. This could be a pump and dump, so don't jump in it. Anything that spikes up and stops, that should give you a warning right there. YouTubers, I want to stall your stream just for a minute and reconnect.
PreMarket. Trade alert. SDOT. PreMarket. Trade alert. SUGP.
That's the best I can do. They don't give me a way to change anything on YouTube. Hopefully, it's just one of you having issues and not a major problem.
PreMarket. Trade alert. GOAI.
GOAI, but I'm no longer buying into these AI stocks. They are playing out, in my opinion. SDOT still back in the scan. Let's see where that one is. 25.49 for the high.
PreMarket.
So this
Trade
stock
alert.
just had some profit takers and turned right around and went up higher. It did stall. That's why I gave up on it. The volume stalled completely right in this area.
NUR.
Yeah, if it's just 2 seconds, that's the best I can do YouTube. I think there's a 2 or 3 second delay. That's their fastest speed on YouTube. SDLT holding 2480s. I don't like the indicator here. This one is showing weakness. It's not as strong as it was running up for us. Trend starting to roll over. We're getting shorter bars down here, so that's less volume. This indicator here, the money flow is starting to lay flat. Volume has died down a whole bunch.
PreMarket. Trade alert. INEO.
You're still having trouble on YouTube, maybe get out and back in. That's my suggestion. Good job, traders who made money on SDOT. Gary, Majika, and others. Not a bad way to start the morning. It wasn't real jumpy, nice, smooth moving. FLZH. This one's already ran up. No volume currently. Just a few people trying to play it on the backside. Not seeing anything at the moment.
PreMarket. Trade alert. OLOX. PreMarket. Trade alert. DXST.
DXST. It's already ran up once on the backside of the trade, probably not going very far. FGI popping into the scan, nothing there either. OLOX spiking up 256. My apology, I was a little late on this one. I was looking at the other monitor. Still pushing though, 259. Let's see if it can get a nickel or a dime out of this $2 stock. Watching those lower indicators. These are the buyers right here. They got some sellers on board. More buyers than sellers, pushing it higher, 263. Can we keep it rolling? Who knows? Takes a lot of buyers to keep these penny stocks going. Profit taking that quick just knocks out everything you was hoping for. Red indicators, be careful. Need more buyers than sellers to keep this stock moving. Need these percentages up here above 80. A lot of weakness in this $2.50 stock unless somebody comes in and buys a bunch of shares and keeps pushing the price higher. That's what they're attempting to do right now. A lot of wicks on the top I don't like. These are sellers driving the price back down. It's going to be a struggle to get any higher. Lots of sellers coming on board. They're giving up on it. This is why I don't like the cheap ones. Give me something $10 and higher. I don't like gambling if it's going to go up or down. I want to see the smooth moves like we had on SDOT.
PreMarket. Trade alert. OLOX.
OLOX triggering the verbal scan again. That means a little group of buyers came in higher than normal. That's this green bar you see. Going to push it a little higher or attempt to anyhow. I think we have too much sellers up here at the top. Maybe they can buy them up and keep going. They are giving it a push, 266. Not seeing the percentages I like in these two labels up here in the top left corner. So it's a weak push, not a strong one. Kind of stalling right here at 265. Just not enough buyers to push and break through all of the sellers that are above 260.
PreMarket. Trade alert. GGR.
Let's go over and take a, well, it just, there it's coming back. GGR, let's take a look at it real quick. GGR 223, it doesn't have any volume to speak of, hardly. Maybe it's just getting started here. That's what these scans are good for. We're not looking for extreme breakouts. These scans are programmed to look for any type of movement that may be building in any stock. Pretty weak. OLOX selling down. Let's look at USDE. 724, one green candle up, checking volume right here in this label, and it's not moving.
PreMarket.
Few more buyers
Trade alert.
finding USDE.
BCTX.
Let's check BCTX popping into the scan. One big green giant candle. Let it calm down. We don't know which way it's going yet. We want to avoid pump and dumps, and this is how they start. One big candle up, and then the volume dies. Right now, we're losing 50% of that green candle on these pullbacks. Now pushing higher and back down. 50% of that candle again gone. This is not good. Don't get into this one. Whenever you see a green candle like this and you see the previous day's activity was flat, you just better know it that if this thing spikes, all of these people that are stuck in this trade are now getting out. So let's let all the sellers get out of the way and see if this is actually a real push to the upside. Buyers stepping back in. We need to break this level here at $5, 508. I kind of doubt that we're going to go up there to break it, but the reason I'm saying that is it usually proves me wrong. So that's why I said it. I wanted to go higher. Sometimes that reverse psychology works, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Let's see if we can get above that $5.08 and keep going. Buyers stepping in. Maybe all the sellers are pushed out of the way. It's not a pump and dump, or it would have went to the bottom and stayed down there. 510. Having trouble at that 510 area. Can't seem to stay above it. 522 on the little spike. Come on, break out up there. Get up to that 580, $6 range. That's what would be nice for everybody. Don't see it happening. We're having too much trouble at 510. A lot of buyers trying to keep it rolling, trying to keep it pushed up to the upside. Volume is nice and steady. Label is green. Slight red on the My Blessing indicator. No green labels on the top left. There they go for the push. 536, 537. They just can't keep it up there. There's too many sellers up there. If you're in profit, I would go ahead and take it. And then when you take it, you'll probably holler at me because it'll probably go up higher. But the way this stock is moving, it's not worth the risk. Pushing up a little more, 530. 548. I told you if I told you to get out, it would take off. But just by the way it was acting, it was too risky, really. It may pull right back down here even. 542 on the spike upwards. 545. Giving you plenty time to get your money and get out. Still having issues getting any higher. I had trouble with SUGP this morning. I made a trade on it, was up $75. By the time I got out, I had $6. And that's on a different platform, so can't blame Thinkorswim for it. I think it's internet based when we have these lag issues myself. May not even have anything to do with the platforms we were using, could just be internet lag. This one's pulling down now. It never made it any higher up here. So we did good by getting out.
PreMarket. Trade alert. BTCT.
BTCT. $1.32 looking north. I don't trade these at all. So this one's on you. If you think you can make a penny or two times 10,000 shares, then I'll pray for you. Majika Dallas has the best servers. I found that out a long time ago.
PreMarket. Trade alert. RUM.
Let's check RUM. If you're trading BTCT, I'm going to change the chart on you. RUM, one green candle up to $10. Now, $10 stock's usually not a pump and dump. This could just be an institution coming in, buying a few shares, and then the volume stops. And the volume has stopped up here at 997. Wow, had some sellers there, dropped it all the way down to 940. Maybe we're just getting established here. Currently at $10. Let's see if we can get some tall green bars working. I would not get into it unless we do. RUM is the symbol.
PreMarket. Trade alert. BTCT.
BTCT seems to be moving again. Let's go back over there. $1.41. RUM is still stuck at 996. BTCT looking north, but there's no great push here. It looks like it's going to take forever to gain a penny or two. $1.45, that's a nickel candle. Pushing higher now, 147. Keep an eye on these indicators. When this one turns red, that should be your signal that there's profit taking going on. There's the red I speak of. This indicator here should alert you really quick if there's sellers on board. This one is the overall trend. These are the buyers and the sellers down here. Very important. You learn all three of these. Red candle, but we knew that was coming from this indicator here. Let's go back to RUM, see if it leveled out with got rid of the sellers and see if it gets a lot smoother move. Looks like they actually gave up on it. I'm not seeing enough volume here to make smooth moves on these candles. We may see some spikes and then a drop and then a spike down and then a drop up. So be careful. This is not a bunch of investors adding money to this stock. It's only a few, and they could be manipulating it, ready for the drop to the bottom. So be aware. Volume has stopped again. Not enough participants here to make this stock run smooth. Indicators are red. Let's go take a look at SDOT. SDOT holding 2360s. It's never sold off back down here to the bottom. This is one to keep an eye on. Maybe keep it charted on a side chart. Stocks that run up and hold their level are good to play multiple times. Let's check what's in the scanner here. BTCT. Pushing back higher. $1.49.53. Looking north. These indicators still red down here. This is your warning. It may not go very far. $1.58 on the spike. Now all indicators are green. Now we need these percentages to come higher to keep pushing it higher. These look good down here. There we go. Let's see if we can get a pop here. Didn't last long enough. Having trouble getting any higher, even though these percentages hit 90 and 95. That's a warning sign. Red indicator, red bar down here in the volume. Really tough to play these cheap stocks. Nice job, Carrie, at 185. Sammy at 130 on SDOT. We're making some money. We're not making great money, but we're making some. It's a good start for the week. Thank you, Lord. BTCT looking north, $1.58 currently. Has not sold off yet. We had some profit takers here in this area. Now pushing for more. Nice volume flow. Green label. Need these indicators all pointing north. Money flows weak.
PreMarket. Trade alert. CYPH.
CYPH. I'm going to move over there for a minute. $1.75 looking north. Hopefully just getting started. This was nothing down here. You can see all the dead volume we've had. Might be dead up here soon too because we have very little volume flow. Indicator can barely get off the ground here. Don't think this is a good one to get into, and it's only paying a penny or two. BTCT still playing around up there at the $1.50 range.
Pre-market. Trade alert. A, V, A, T.
Not seeing anything at the moment. BTCT finally pushing up for 4 pennies. $1.65 currently, $1.66. Nice volume flow down here in the label. Indicators are north, except for my blessing is still red. So we do have some weakness here. $1.67, $1.68. $1.69, spiking up to that $1.70, but back
Trade
down to
alert.
168.
USDE.
$1.5 million shares in this one candle. Moving to the next candle now. We may continue to go up. These indicators are green. Well, they were. The money flow now is red from profit taking. Red bar coming in now from profit taking.
Pre-market. Trade
Red
alert.
label coming in now from profit taking. Percentages are low. Looks like they're giving up on it or taking profit. Of course, taking profit would be giving up on it. It's not selling off. They're just taking profit. Couple more green bars coming in. I have to say something here. This is about the smoothest $1.60 stock I've seen in a while.
B, T,
At least it's not choppy and bouncing everywhere and pulling back and ripping people off. It's pretty smooth for a cheap stock.
I, C, C, M.
$1.66. Is this a crypto stock? I think it is, right? Thank you for that confirmation. ICCM. So this one could continue crawling all day. So side chart it, keep an eye on it. We're going to move on. ICCM, big tall green candle, pulling back down to 264. We haven't established a move yet. There's no volume here. Pulling right back down to the bottom.
Breakout. Trade alert. PUSA.
PUSA, let's take a look at it. One big green candle. Somebody just placed a big order, but there's nobody else here. It's kind of like a one and done.
PreMarket. Trade alert.
ICCM selling off. Let's go USDE. USDE.
PreMarket.
759, no volume.
SDOT.
SDOT being called out but disappeared. SDOT sold off back to the 2250 level, now spiking up off a bottom bounce. Probably won't spike very high at all. ICCM pulling back. This one pulled back really hard. Now trying to push upwards. 272. Not liking ICCM at all. All indicators are red. Few buyers finding ICCM and pushing at it hard. But boy, did they have some sellers waiting on them. I bet they're hurting. Right back down after that purchase. Look at that.
Trade alert. NXGL.
We'll have to call this one out. This is a pump and dump.
PreMarket. Trade alert. GGR.
All right, YouTubers, unfortunately that free hour is up, but I thank you for joining me this morning on this Monday morning. I hope you made a little bit of money. If not, I hope you learned a little bit of something. We'd love to have you join us over at volumespikes.com. Come and help us push these stocks up, get these indicators, start making some money with us. That's not a promise or a guarantee, but it is very possible. But anyhow, thanks for joining me this morning. Have a very blessed trading day, and God bless. I am out.